My dad was a very generous, giving man. He was very hard-working. He wouldn't say no to anybody, and an amazing father and an amazing husband to my mum. The day my dad collapsed, he'd been for a physio appointment, collapsed in the bus stop and had a cardiac arrest out of the blue. Was taken into a hospital and had to be put on a life support machine. We were told there was no hope and he had to be put back into an induced coma at that point until it was time to say goodbye. My dad actually wasn't on the organ donor register, but he has ended up being an organ donor through his death. It was something we were asked when we were told that there was no hope and that we were going to lose him. I remember the conversation well with the organ donation nurse. It was very, very sensitively approached. And we kind of thought, well, what person is my dad? He's a giving, generous, loving person who'd give you his last breath. And it's probably something he would have done, and that's why we went ahead and made that decision. 12 months after my dad passed away, we had a letter sent from the organ donation team giving us details of who had benefited from my dad's gift of life. There were 4 babies that had had tissue from his heart, so they're alive because of my dad. There was a man in his 60s who received a kidney and a man in his 70s who had a kidney, and they're both doing really well. A girl in her 20s and a man in his 30s, they both received corneas and can now see because of my dad. I'm really pleased that the law's changing to the opt-out system shortly. I think it would be a lot easier for people, however, if they knew their loved ones' wishes personally. I think if we had have known my dad's wishes, it would have made it a little bit easier. Knowing the good that came out of such a tragic circumstance, it's really brought our family a great deal of comfort. It's put a smile back on our faces when we thought about those babies that are going to grow up because of my dad and people whose lives have been enhanced because of him. It keeps his memory alive.